Welcome to the Studio Success Formula Podcast, the business school for dance studio owners. And now for your host, Clint Salter.
Hello, lovely dance studio owners. It's Clint Salter here from the Studio Success Formula Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. Today we're talking about something that I really feel like we had to have a conversation about. And it's something that's been coming up a lot, really, since I've been working with studio owners, and that is your website. Now, we have so many trainings on how to set up your website and what your homepage should look like. But one thing I've noticed as we welcome some more members into Studio Success Formula, into our program and our association, is that there are a lot of bad websites out there, and there are a lot of websites that are making a huge mistake. And that mistake is not having something on your website, which I call an IFG, an irresistible free gift, to get people to start engaging with you on your website. So often we have our website and we just have loads of information. We have our fees on there. We have our timetable on there. We have information about costumes. I mean, all this stuff that really isn't relevant to a potential new student or parent. And please remember that your website is an acquisition tool. It is not there to service your existing parents and students. It is there to provide essentially instant information to those who might want to come to your studio straight away. They get the information. They're like, great, I want to join that fairy ballet class. I want to join that teen acro class. They see information, and then there's a call to action saying, call us now, email us today, get this free guide, whatever it might be, and you start the conversation. And so what I wanted to focus on today, and there are a lot of different aspects of a website, which we dive really deep into in Studio Success Formula in the program, but there's one thing I wanted to give you today, which I believe is the most important thing on your website. And like I mentioned, that is your IFG, your irresistible free gift. It really is your number one student lead generating tool. And so maybe some of you are thinking like, Clint, what is a lead generating tool? What is that? What is it? It's a lead magnet. So it's something on your homepage, like a free trial class, like a class pass, something that people click on. They then give you their information to redeem that free trial, for instance, and then they go into your email marketing system. So maybe a MailChimp, maybe a GetResponse, maybe an Active Campaign, whatever you're using, and then you will put them on a series of emails. It's called an autoresponder sequence, right? So they give you their details, they put in there, and the details you need is their parent's name, the child's age, an email address, and a phone number. They're the bare minimum, the basics that you need. And then they'll opt in for whatever it is you're offering them, class pass, video series, a guide, and then you put them on a follow-up sequence. So it's all automated. And this is one of the things that I love teaching our members is email marketing automation, because it can easily cut out 10, sometimes 20 hours a week of the back and forth. Plus, you don't lose track of where people are at in the cycle. I don't know about you, but I know when I started my studio, we would be writing on Post-it notes, like Jane Smith cord, 3-year-old, Chloe, and then that Post-it would get stuck on the wall somewhere. And then the sticky would come off the Post-it and it'd end up on someone's shoe, and they'd walk it out the door and we'd never see that person because we could never follow up with them. The great thing now is we have so many cool online tools that we can use to ensure that we are following up and we are getting people into our studio, most importantly, and not letting anyone slip through the gaps. So what I wanted to do today, that's kind of the concept, right? Someone comes to your website, on the homepage it says, try a class on us, experience our fairy ballet classes, join, and it depends. Are you a recreational school? Are you more a competition school? It depends on what you offer and what is unique about your studio and the classes that are popular that you want to keep increasing. You want to focus on those things. And so they go, yes, I want that free class pass. I want to come in for that trial class. They give you their contact details. They go into your email system. They get an email straight away saying, hi there, thank you so much for signing up for our class pass. Here are your next steps. And you give them the next steps, depending on then how you operate. And then if they don't book in for their trial class, if they're booking in online for their class, or maybe you're calling them and they don't answer or they don't book that class, then they'll get another email, which again is automated. It's all part of the sequence. And let's say that they do sign up for your class, well, then you can take them out of the sequence so they don't continually getting those emails saying, hey, why aren't you signing up for class? Because they're like, well, we already have. We spoke to you on the phone. So that's the important thing about your follow-up sequences. Make sure you move people into the right sequences. Once they've left one, they've got to go into another. And might sound a little bit technical, and if you're only hearing this for the first time, you're going to be like, whoa, Clint, this seems too hard. The thing is if that you ignore this now, you're going to be left behind. I see day after day, more of our members, more of our association members, more of our studio owners are taking advantage of putting these automated email sequences in place. And if you're not doing it, if you're 100%, if you're not doing it this year, you are going to be behind next year, and we don't want that to happen. And that's why I decided to have an episode on the podcast purely focused on this concept of IFG, irresistible free gift. So I wanted to give you a couple of ideas of what you can offer, because one of our members said the other day, Clint, it's the free trial frenzy thanks to you. And I take a little bit of, I don't know if I'd call it credit for that, but I know a lot of people are offering free trial passes on their website now. Now, one thing, and I say free trial to you, but what you will never see on any of the websites I consult on is free, the words free trial. Because when we see free, and think about it in your own life, when we see free, we tend to devalue that product or service, right? If we saw a car on the side of the road and it said free car, I mean, would you think that car would be amazing to drive, really comfortable, great on fuel? Probably not. And so when we use the words free, it's like, hey, here's some free food, here's a free sample. Generally we think, well, why are they kind of giving that away? And so you want to reposition the free. And you can do that a couple of ways. You can say, as a gift from us, a class on us, our gift to you. So you can really present it so that it holds its value. I've seen a lot of websites that have like free in like the flashing kind of gift thing. And I'm like, no flashing free signs on your website, please. You can say, try a class as a gift from us, or something along those lines. And essentially what it is, though, it's a free trial. So they come in for one class, and then it's your responsibility. Follow the enrollment process. A lot of you probably have our 11-step enrollment process that we released in January. Make sure you follow that, and then you'll get them in class, and then you'll go through a conversation with them after class, and they'll become, ideally, an enrolled student in your studio. So that's the first thing. You can have a free trial, a free lesson on your website. The second thing, which is something that I adore this, is a 7-day or a 1-week unlimited class pass. And some of you may have heard me speak about this before. I know our members have, because it's a strategy that I just really enjoy. And the reason I love this strategy is because so often, and you would know, a student, a potential parent comes to us and they say, my child wants to do hip hop. And you say to them, okay, and the child's like 4, and you say, okay, and so what does hip hop mean for you? Why do you think little Zoe would love hip hop? It's a really important question to ask, because generally what they will explain to you might not be hip hop, and there might be another class for them. So with an unlimited class pass, the idea is when you're on the phone with them, when you're having a conversation with them, is that you say, look, you've got an unlimited class pass for 7 days. I'm actually going, from what you've told me, I'm going to encourage you to come to these 3 classes so we can work out which would be the best class for you, because I'd hate you to come to just one class and go, oh, that really wasn't what I expected, when you could have done jazz, intermediate jazz, and that could be perfect for you. So I'm going to suggest just for a week, you come and do these 3 classes. You essentially are prescribing them a solution to what they want. And so getting them in as many classes as they could possibly do at your studio that adds value to them and benefits them, that's the role that you, your office manager, receptionist, whoever it might be, that is taking care of enrollments. And so with that unlimited class pass, you've got more opportunity for them to enjoy it. Plus, people have bad days. When you only do one trial class, for the student, they could have had a bad day at school. If they're a preschooler, they're going to cry that first class anyway. If you're giving them multiple opportunities, it's unlikely that they're going to have bad days for 7 days. So get them coming in. And again, that's around your loosely your sales script. And then you're not selling, but you've got to have some structure in place when you're talking to a potential new parent or student. So we've done the free trial class, which you're not talking about free. We've done the unlimited week class. So a 7-day class pass. The other thing you could put on your website as well, which is a little less kind of direct in getting a result straight away, is a video training series. So you might create, 3 or 4 short videos with some dancing that they could do at home, right? So if you're looking at targeting preschoolers and you have a fairy ballet class, for example, you could film, your teachers with a couple of little kids doing some fairy ballet moves that parents could do with their children at home. And that gives them value, adds value. And then in that email sequence, again, because remember, they're giving you their details, you then follow up with maybe a class pass or something else. This is a way of giving value, building trust and credibility, accelerating that process to then get them into the studio. The other thing that we're loving and we're seeing a lot more of that's doing extremely well with our members is how-to guides. So you might say how to choose, you might create a guide which is how to choose the right class, the right dance class for your child. And you put together a 6 or a 7-step guide that runs through that for them. Okay, so guides are really, really great. And so they are the main attraction tools that you can use. So we've got a guide, we've got a video training series, an unlimited class pass, and a free trial, a free lesson. So they're kind of the main 4, and there's lots of others, but that just kind of gives you an idea of 4 that you can use. One thing where I feel like we don't really capitalize when we do an IFG, when we have an irresistible free gift, is our thank you page. So what is a thank you page? So let's say we're offering the free class. They go to your homepage of your website, they click a box, they enter their details, they submit, press the button that says submit, they submit their details. Then what happens is up pops a thank you page. Now, on this thank you page, ideally, we want a video of you that says, "Hi there, I'm Mr. Clint, the owner of Jazz Hands Dance Studio, and I want to thank you so much for registering for your 7-day unlimited class pass. I'm really looking forward to seeing you for 7 days inside of our studio." Now, right now, I want you to do a couple of things. Firstly, your pass is going to be in your inbox by the time you finish watching this video. Secondly, please click below and like our Facebook page and check out our Facebook page and see all the great things that we are doing here at Jazz Hands. And thirdly, if you can't wait to book in for your 7-day class pass, I would love if you would call us straight away on this number. So that's just an example. The process you're going to go through is different depending on how you want to run that promotion, that current promotion. So they've got the thank you page. They'll receive an email with all of their details, and there you go. You're off and racing. Now, a couple of things to think about. If you have a web developer, so let's talk some tech things for a minute, because I'm sure you can come up with an offer. You should have our enrollment process that you can follow to get them in the door. If you're our program members, we give you the 10 emails that you can send out to, that autoresponder sequence that you can send out. So you should already have that you can plug into your email system. Let's talk some tech things. So I mentioned before, with email marketing and autoresponders, the best place to start, which I found for our studio owners, is either MailChimp, GetResponse, or ActiveCampaign. And so they're 3 email services providers that could really, that are going to make your life a lot easier. Now, if you've got Dance software, fantastic, but what we want here is an autoresponder sequence. So where the system goes, oh, someone's giving us your contact details, we are now going to send them X, Y, Z, and you send them something out, your autoresponder sequence. When it comes to, collecting that data and putting them into your email system with a little pop-up. Now, your web developer might be able to do that pop-up that asks for their contact details, the name of the parent, the name of the child, the age, the email address, and the phone number. But I also love using lead pages. And within lead pages, there's a tool called lead boxes. And it's a little box that'll pop up and ask for that information that really, really easily integrates with whatever email marketing software that you are using. Now, if you need to upload like a guide, for instance, if you're going to do a guide how to choose the best dance class for your child, you can host that on your own hosting on your website and ask your web developer about that. But we also love hosting our files on Amazon S3. So if you just Google Amazon S3, it's really inexpensive, and it's a great place to host PDFs and guides and different documents that are kept really secure. So just a quick one today, but I really wanted to run through that because I'm seeing a lot of people making mistakes when it comes to their websites and how they're kind of setting up their irresistible free gift. You've seen lots of people that have come to our free class, and then it just takes them to a contact page which has nothing about the free class. So it's really foreign. They go, oh, free class, I get to try a class on them, come and join us for a class, our fairy ballet class as a gift from us. They click on it, and then it just goes to a contact page. It says contact us with no information about the offer. So there's no unity there, and it's really disjointed, and you're going to lose a lot of conversions if you were doing that. So I wanted to kind of run you through the process to conceptually get you thinking about implementing this in your studio, because you have to do this in 2016 if you want to be around for years to come. And I know that might seem a bit like, well, I haven't had to before. Yes, but as we all know, the way that you used to run a dance studio and the way that you need to run it now has greatly changed, and it's going to continue to evolve as technology does. Technology is driving our businesses forward. I say forward because I do believe that, there's never been a better time to be a dance studio owner. Sure, there's a lot more competition in the marketplace, but we have the tools, and it's what we teach, to how to stand out from the noise. And by doing these types of things is how you do it. So that's it for today. Your IFG, your irresistible free gift. If you've got any questions, please jump over to our Facebook page, Studio Success Formula. Happy to answer any questions that you have over there. Until next time, have a fantastic day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world listening to this, and talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.
Are you enjoying the Studio Success Formula podcast? Then we'd love for you to share the love. We want to help more dance studio owners become go-to studios, so we'd greatly appreciate you writing us a review on iTunes. For taking the time out to do so, every month Clint will be selecting one lucky dance studio owner to receive a Power Business Coaching session. Simply visit the iTunes store today, search for Studio Success Formula, click on ratings and reviews, and then write your review. Thanks in advance. Take care, and we'll see you next time.